Hello and welcome. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and a little bit on Dash's move yesterday and a few comments in the comment section regarding that video, but mainly regarding Ripple. And so now let's start with this Bitcoin chart using Fibonacci analysis from this high, and the low is in at 750. So you have this run, your correctionary phase, and holding the second line below is keeping this move that started at the beginning of the year intact. Now as it's playing out, we got a small pierce above previous high, which is 1118. Price action is barely above that right now. So the current test is that of that last key high. And you had a situation where you've had all of these lower lows, but now all of a sudden, you technically now have a higher high. In my book, it's a matching high as of now. It's not confirmed yet to be the high because it can still keep going higher. But it does bring that now interesting situation of, is this market starting to revert over? It's now spent a little bit of time above this 18 average band, which has started to slowly start to increase, as that'll happen with the up moves. I'd be looking for established resistance to come into play, but quite frankly, this number is a little too low. I would prefer something roughly around 1160 to maybe 1230. That's what I would like. But you know what the market's going to do, what the market's going to do. But key thing is having some sort of correctionary move after this higher move, which is why I like it a little bit higher. Maybe come back down, and then any type of move in there. Look to sustain a pattern of higher highs and higher lows for, well, a decent period of time anyway. As far as any downside corrections are concerned, I think what would be best is to calculate key Fibonacci from the 891 low to whatever this high happens to be, if of course it gets extended. If it doesn't get extended, well, these numbers in here will still come in play, because if it pierces above it, the numbers just stay the same. But that's if it goes to, say, 1160, 1190. And of course, anytime it has a decent gain above such, then this area will become a level of support. But it's got to go up a little higher for that to be the case, because currently it's in a resistance area test. Yesterday I was talking about Dash and how it was coming down to its first key Fibonacci level, roughly in at where this line happens to be, which meant for myself I had buy orders in here. I guess I'm glad I didn't watch this. I really would be glad, because it just kept going lower, and then last night resisted this area, got above it. I've sold very small in here. And then of course it stabilized, and now it's a little bit higher again. And I've even sold a little bit more as price action getting above 54. That was enough for me just to put in another sale. Looking to sell most of it around the X70 mark. I'm not looking to go anything big. It's only a trade for me. And now let's go over some comments. But no, before we do that, the reason why I showed this chart is I want to talk about this here, because you get massive volume. So how is this making sense? Well, you get the load of people whom are panic selling. So you have a combination of two people driving these markets higher. One, the most likely situation, I don't know this for sure, of heavy buy orders that would be into play at some point by people in these lower areas. But more importantly, what would have happened after the large selling occurred is people would have been buying it in high volume. So I don't know. It's with a big move in here, there had to have been a large amount of people that would have had to sell it. But it lifted off higher because people see the lower prices, push buy. And when you start buying at these lower numbers in here, it doesn't cost too much in relative terms to up the market 10-15% into this area here, because there's a limited amount of sell orders in place at this point. There's going to be a decent amount, and you're still going to need a whole whack of fiat currencies or bitcoins to be able to pull something like that off. But obviously there are those whom can do such. And it's just quite normal that when you get to these key points that you do bottom on volume in this type of nature, and you eventually will make some new decent highs. I'm fully expecting this market to at least make a run up to that number of the 76.4 that I had on the previous video, which is a little south of 7,000. That's all I'm going to say for the rest on that. Wrong. There we go. Wrong photo I put up. Some comments. I messaged you a couple times. You get them? And the answer is no. If you want to get a hold of me, the easiest way to do it is to type this in and email me, endlessmountain2008@yahoo.ca. A lot of times within these videos, I'm getting a lot of messages lately, so it's a little easier to get them when they're newer. Maybe I did it and I forgot the messages, but it's a lot easier if you send them via the email. As far as analysis on Ripple, first off, the reason why I didn't talk about it, it's definitely not because it's the banker's currency, because quite frankly, that's exactly what I think about Dash. And maybe Ripple is as well. I don't know. I just really go over the prices. And there was two reasons why there was no analysis, at least as of yet. Number one, I really haven't looked much, and I did make a bad trade. I bought and then I sold for like a 10% gain, and it goes way up higher, which is fine because I was just speculating to begin with anyway. Because myself, I need some mathematical numbers to work with, so now I got them. And 37, 38, the area that it's close to now actually, is a key buying level, I would think. And if it goes down any further, then just like yesterday on Dash, well, it's 38.2% down number is 2470. When you look at the moves, 428 to 7300, about 17x or so, 16x, not bad, not bad. And that's the thing about these cryptos, they can go hog wild insane, and I think they will continue to do so, go hog wild insane, that is, for many more months to come at least, and probably even into 2018. Take care.